Alright, Shalom, all praise be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honor unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops at Great Millstone, who rule well and taught us this truth. Salutations unto the sincere. I came out there pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. And this is a quick hit here from The Guardian. Come out today. It says people in the UK spend fewer years in good health than a decade ago, study finds. Exclusive Health Foundation saying Britain is going backwards compared with most other rich countries. Findings on healthy life expectancy in UK shed light on its deteriorating health. The think tank behind the research called for England to introduce minimum unit pricing of alcohol, as it is already the case in Scotland. It says people in the UK are spending fewer years in good health than a decade ago, prompting concern that the population's health is going backwards. The sharp decline in Britain health and healthy life expectancy. The sharp decline in Britain's healthy lifestyle expectancy, the amount of time someone spends free of illness or disability, is in sharp contrast to its recent rise in most other rich countries globally. The UK population health is poor, getting worse and not undergoing the same steady improvement seen in countries such as Japan, Norway and Spain. Now, I remember years ago there was this comparative video of the Minister of Health in Japan versus the Minister of Health, I think it was for America or somewhere. Could have been Britain, I can't remember. And pretty much the Minister of Health for America was like all fat and out of shape and that. And the Minister of Health in Japan was in shape. You see, because the Western world promotes laziness, everything's convenient, everything's close by, there's not much natural labor that's being done. People aren't walking, people aren't exercising, and the food quality is down the drain. Great Britain is not it's not that great at all, There's not much going on over here, man. They got the worst internet signal, the slowest internet in all of Europe. Arguably the worst food in Europe. You go to other places, man. I remember years ago, man, I was eating some food in Germany, man, and it's like, the quality of the food was just leagues above, It's like I'd never tasted that particular food before, because the quality of what you're getting over here in England is just rubbish, man. Along with that sedentary lifestyle, it says healthy life expectancy for men in the UK has fallen from 62.9 years in the 2012 to 2014 period to 60.7 years in 2022 to 2024, and from 63.7 to 60.9 years for women over the same time frame, it found. It means that the proportion of life of a life a man spends in good health is down from 79 to 77%, and for a woman from 77 to 73%. Okay, the analysis by the Office of National Statistics showed, man. So pretty much, that's it, man. People ain't living that long. Now the scriptures do say, where's that, man? Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get in this one because you can type it. No flesh. To be saved. Except those days. Right. This is Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days, should be shortened, right? So except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. You know, everyone you're speaking to now, brothers are realizing it all the more as the day goes by, day by day. Everyone you speak to is mentioning it. Oh, time's going quick, time's going quick. You know, April's pretty much done. We're about to head into May. You know, time's just steaming ahead, man. You know, but we know that's happening. Because the Lord said it would happen. He set it up that way, man. Right? But except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. Why? Because you know, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. It says in Job the 9th chapter, man. Right? So he's polluted everything, he messed up the food, messed up the waters, messed up the air. You know, the lifestyle he set for people to conduct by is not productive for life. You know, the scriptures speak about the Lord making every moving creature. This world doesn't promote you to move, it just sits there and press buttons and everything comes to you. You know, so all of those things put together, man, people ain't living as long, and during the life that you do live, you spend more sick years than well, you know. So this is just more proof, man. We need the kingdom of the Lord, man. You know, but these are just the latest stats over here in England. Anyways, with that, man, shalom.